I'm not here to tell you to buy the cheapest food in the grocery store. Some things are worth paying more for, especially when they save you time, stop waste, or help feed your family well. But after years of feeding children on a tight budget, working in a school cafeteria, and watching grocery prices climb, I learned something. Some grocery items only look smart until you check what they really cost. The store knows most people are busy. They know you're tired. They know you'll grab the package that looks easier, healthier, or more familiar. That's how a simple grocery item turns into a money trap. And when I say only dumb people buy these, I'm not calling you dumb. I bought some of them myself. The mistake is not buying it once. The mistake is buying it every week after you understand what the store is doing. Today, I'm going through 15 grocery items that are a complete waste of money, why they cost more than they should, and what smart shoppers buy instead. Stay with me because number one is something millions of families still buy every week. And once you see the trick, you may never look at it the same way again. Let's start with number 15, General Mills cereal. Walk down the cereal aisle and you will see the trick right away. Bright boxes, cartoon characters, big claims about whole grains, vitamins, and family favorites. General Mills knows exactly how to make a box of cereal feel familiar before you even check the price. Cheerios, Lucky Charms, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Cocoa Puffs. People know those names. Children know those boxes. And that is why so many families grab them without thinking twice. But a lot of the time, the store brand version is sitting right there beside it for less money. Similar flavor, similar ingredients, same kind of breakfast in the bowl. The difference is the name on the front, the character on the box, and all the advertising that made you trust it. That extra $2 or $3 may not feel like much in one shopping trip, but cereal is not something most families buy once. They buy it again and again, week after week, month after month. That is how a small difference becomes real grocery money. I am not saying your family has to give up the cereal they love, but try the store brand once. Pour it in the same bowl with the same milk and see if anybody even complains. If they eat it just the same, that bright box has not earned your money. Number 14, Barilla pasta. Pasta is one of those pantry foods people stop questioning. You walk down the aisle, see the familiar blue Barilla box, and your hand reaches for it before your brain even checks the price. That is how habit works in the grocery store. Barilla feels safe because people know the name. It has been on family tables for years. Spaghetti night, casseroles, pasta salad, quick dinners when nobody feels like cooking too much. But dry pasta is one of the easiest foods to compare before you pay extra. Turn the box around. Most regular pasta is made from the same basic ingredients, semolina wheat and water. So if the store brand beside it has the same shape, the same ingredients, and cooks the same way in your kitchen, what are you really paying more for? Mostly familiarity. And that matters because pasta is not a once-in-a-while item. Families buy it again and again. A small difference on one box may not hurt much, but when it keeps showing up in your cart every month, it starts taking money from the rest of the meal. I would rather see that money go toward the sauce, meat, vegetables, or cheese, the parts that actually change how dinner tastes. So don't buy Barilla just because your hand reaches for the blue box first. Compare it once. If the cheaper box feeds your family the same way, let the familiar one stay on the shelf. Number 13, Quaker flavored oatmeal packets. This one does not look expensive until you buy it every single week. A box of flavored instant oatmeal packets feels harmless. Quaker maple brown sugar, apples and cinnamon, strawberries and cream. Tear one open, add hot water, and breakfast is done. I understand why folks grab it, but when you slow down and look at the real cost, those little packets start looking different. A small box may give you 10 servings. A big container of plain rolled oats can give you many more bowls for about the same money. That means you are often paying extra for the little envelopes, the flavor dust, and somebody else deciding your portion. And what do you get for that extra money? A lot of times more sugar than people realize. Some flavored packets can turn a plain, filling breakfast into something closer to a sweet snack. That may be fine once in a while, but every morning, that is not the smartest way to start your day or spend your grocery money. Plain oats do not take much. Add cinnamon, banana, frozen berries, raisins, peanut butter, or a small spoon of honey. You control the sweetness, you get more servings, and the food stretches further. Oats are one of the best quiet foods in a pantry. Just don't let the store charge you extra to flavor them for you. Number 12, bagged salad kits. Bagged salad kits look like the responsible choice. You see Dole, Taylor Farms, or one of those chopped salad bags with dressing, toppings, and a little packet of croutons, and it feels like you are doing something good for dinner. But that bag is charging you for convenience more than food. Most of the time you are getting shredded lettuce, a small dressing packet, and a handful of toppings. Buy a head of romaine, a bag of spinach, or plain greens, and you can build the same kind of salad for a lot less money. The other problem is how fast those kits turn on you. Once lettuce is chopped up and sealed in plastic, it does not have the same life as whole greens. You know what I mean. It looks fine in the store, then 2 days later it is wet, brown around the edges, and smelling like it gave up. And that little dressing packet is not special either. A squeeze of lemon, a little olive oil, vinegar, salt, pepper, or whatever dressing you already have in the fridge can do the job without paying extra for a tiny foil pouch. If a salad kit keeps you from ordering takeout, that is one thing. But as a weekly habit, it is an expensive way to buy lettuce. Get the greens, wash them once, wrap them in a dry towel, and build your own salad. Your fridge will treat you better, and so will your grocery bill. Number 11, pre-shredded cheese. Bad melting is the first sign you paid for the wrong cheese. You sprinkle that bagged cheese into macaroni, eggs, casseroles, or a sauce, and instead of melting smooth, it sits there looking dry, stringy, or a little grainy. That is not always your cooking. Sometimes it is the cheese. Pre-shredded cheese has to stay loose in the package, so many brands add anti-caking ingredients like cellulose or starches. Those ingredients help keep the shreds from clumping together, but they can also change how the cheese behaves when heat hits it. And if you have ever made macaroni and cheese from scratch, you know cheese has to melt right. A block of cheese grated fresh usually melts smoother, tastes better, and often gives you better value per ounce. You are not paying extra for the store to do the grating. You are getting the cheese before it has been coated to survive inside a plastic bag. A box grater is not fancy. It is just useful. Grate what you need, wrap the rest, and keep it moving. If you are sprinkling a little cheese on chili, the bag may not ruin your day. But if cheese is part of the meal, buy the block. Your pot will know the difference. Before we get into the top 10, If this is helping you look at your grocery cart a little differently, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to Granny Sue's channel. Around here, we keep things plain, practical, and honest, so you can stop wasting money at the store. Number 10, McCormick spices. A tiny jar of spice should not cost like a whole meal. But walk down the grocery store spice aisle and look at those little McCormick jars. Oregano, cumin, paprika, garlic powder, cinnamon. $3 here, $4 there, sometimes more, and the jar is barely bigger than your hand. That is where shoppers get caught. Because spices are small, people do not stop and ask what they are paying per ounce. They just see the red cap, trust the name, and toss it in the cart. But go into an Indian, Mexican, Middle Eastern, Asian, or international grocery store, and you may see a much bigger bag of the same kind of spice for less money. Sometimes it is fresher too, because those stores move through spices faster, and freshness matters. Old oregano still looks like oregano. Old paprika still looks red, but the flavor gets weak. That is how you end up shaking half the jar into the pot and wondering why the food still tastes flat. I am not telling you to buy giant bags of spices you never use. That is waste too. Buy small amounts of spices you barely touch. But for the ones you cook with all the time, check the international aisle or a neighborhood market before you pay grocery store prices for a tiny jar. Number 9, Keurig K-Cups. Keurig K-Cups are one of the most expensive ways to make a regular cup of coffee look convenient. And this goes for most single-use coffee pods, not just Keurig. A box of those little pods does not feel costly when you buy it. That is the trick. You see the flavors, you see the easy machine, and you think, well, that saves me time. But when you break it down, you can end up paying several times more per cup than you would with a regular bag of ground coffee. And for what? A tiny plastic cup with enough coffee for one serving. That is where the money slips away. The machine makes it feel simple, but the pods keep pulling money from you 1 cup at a time. You may not feel it like a big purchase, but if you drink coffee every morning, those little cups add up fast. There is also the waste. Those pods pile up quickly, and many are not easy to recycle because they mix plastic, foil, and used grounds together. If you love your Keurig, keep it. I'm not telling you to throw the machine out, but use a reusable pod or keep ground coffee in the house for everyday drinking. The expensive part is not the coffee. It is the little cup they put it in. Number 8, individual yogurt cups. Something that is probably in your refrigerator right now. Individual yogurt cups. You open the fridge, grab one Yoplait, Chobani, or Greek yogurt cup, and breakfast or a snack is handled. That feels practical. That feels like you made a good choice. But look at what you are really paying for. A large tub of yogurt usually gives you much more food for less money per ounce. The small cups may be the same brand, the same flavor, and the same kind of yogurt, but the price changes because every serving has its own little container, lid, label, and space on the shelf. That may not bother you once, but if somebody in your house eats yogurt every day, those little cups turn into a steady leak in your grocery budget. And don't forget the sugar. Some flavored yogurt cups look healthy on the front, but once you check the label, they can be closer to dessert than a plain breakfast. That fruit at the bottom is often more syrup than fruit. A big tub gives you more control. Scoop what you need, add banana, berries, cinnamon, granola, or a small spoon of honey if you want it sweet. If the little cups truly help you avoid waste, fine. But if they are just a habit, get the tub and portion it yourself. Same snack, less plastic, less money. Number 7, single-serve snack packs. Those little snack packs are not expensive because the crackers got better. They are expensive because somebody counted them for you. Goldfish, Oreos, chips, pretzels, crackers. You see them packed into 10 or 12 little bags, and they look helpful. Lunch boxes, car rides, grandbabies, work snacks. I understand why people reach for them, but turn that box around and look at the amount of food inside. A box of single-serve packs may look big on the shelf, but once you add up the ounces, there is not much food in there. Then compare it to the family-sized bag of the same snack sitting nearby. Same crackers, same cookies, same chips, just less packaging. That is where the money goes. You are paying for all those tiny bags, the box around them, and the convenience of not portioning it yourself. If your household truly needs portion control, or if those little packs stop food from going stale, that may be worth it. But if you are buying them every week out of habit, try this instead. Buy the bigger bag and portion a few servings into small containers or sandwich bags. It takes a few minutes, and you can still keep snacks ready to grab. The difference is, now you are not paying grocery store prices for somebody else to count out pretzels. Number 6, pre-cut fruits and vegetables. Walk through the produce section and you will see the trick sitting right there in plain sight. A whole pineapple may be on one side for a few dollars. A few feet away, that same pineapple is peeled, cored, sliced, packed in plastic, and suddenly it costs much more. Same fruit, less work for you, bigger price for them. And it is not just pineapple. Watermelon cubes, chopped onions, sliced peppers, veggie trays, fruit cups. The store knows people are tired, busy, and trying to eat better, so they do the cutting, wrap it up pretty, and charge you for those few minutes of knife work. But pre-cut produce has another problem. Once fruit or vegetables are cut open, they do not last as long. They dry out, leak juice, lose texture, and spoil faster than the whole version. That is how you pay more for food that gives you less time to use it. If cutting is hard on your hands or pre-cut vegetables help you actually cook, that is different. Granny Sue is not fussing at folks who truly need the help. But if you are buying it every week just because it looks easier, try 2 fixes. Prep a little produce once or twice a week, or go to the frozen aisle. Frozen fruits and vegetables are already washed, chopped, and ready to use, and they last a whole lot longer than a plastic tub of pineapple sweating in the fridge. Number 5, pre-made smoothies and juice blends. Those bottle smoothies know how to look healthy. You see Naked Juice, Both House Farms, green juice blends, protein smoothies, cold pressed bottles, all those pretty colors lined up in the cooler. The label has fruit, vegetables, maybe words like detox, immunity, energy, or no sugar added. Before you even drink it, the bottle has already made you feel like you did something good. But turn it around before you pay $5, $6, or even more for one drink. A lot of those bottles pack several servings of fruit into one small drink. That can mean a lot of natural sugar going down fast without the same fullness you get from eating whole fruit. And some of those smoothie drinks are not one serving either, even though most people finish the whole bottle at once. That is where the label does the selling. It looks like breakfast, but sometimes it drinks more like dessert. You can make a better version at home for less. Keep bananas, frozen berries, frozen spinach, oats, peanut butter, or plain yogurt in the kitchen. Blend what you need, sweeten it yourself if you want to, and you know exactly what went into it. If you grab one while traveling, fine, but don't make bottled smoothies a weekly habit and call it saving money. That bottle is selling health, convenience, and a pretty label, not just fruit. Number 4, pre-marinated meat. Pre-marinated meat looks like dinner help, but a lot of the time it is one of the most overpriced shortcuts in the meat case. You see teriyaki chicken, honey garlic thighs, lemon pepper breasts, pre-seasoned steak packs, all sitting there looking ready for the oven. And I get why people reach for them. After a long day, plain chicken feels like one more job. But look at what the store did. They took regular meat, covered it in sauce, sealed it in a tray, and raised the price per pound. That sauce may taste good, but it is not free. A lot of marinades are mostly water, salt, sugar, oil, and seasoning. So sometimes you are paying meat prices for liquid and flavoring. The other issue is, once meat is covered in dark sauce and heavy seasoning, it gets harder to judge. You cannot see the color, texture, or freshness the same way you can with plain meat. I am not saying every pack is bad. I am saying I like to see what I am buying before I pay for it. Making your own marinade does not take much. A little oil, vinegar or lemon juice, garlic, pepper, herbs, and just enough salt for your taste. Buy the plain cut first. Season it yourself. That way you control the flavor, the sodium, and the price. Number 3, energy drinks and specialty coffee. Energy drinks and fancy coffee do not feel like grocery spending. That is why they sneak up on people. You grab one Monster at the gas station, one Red Bull on a tired afternoon, one Starbucks bottled drink from the cooler, maybe a coffee shop drink with cold foam, syrup, whipped cream, and a name so long you need a receipt just to remember it. One drink does not feel like much, but one becomes 3 a week, then 5, and before long, you are spending grocery money on caffeine in a can or a cup. A single energy drink can cost $3 or $4. A specialty coffee can run $5, $6, or more. Do that several times a week, and you are not buying a treat anymore. You are paying for a routine. And some of those drinks carry more sugar than people realize. The label may talk about energy, focus, vitamins, or natural caffeine, but your body still has to handle what is inside. Granny Sue likes coffee too, so I am not fussing at a good cup. But there is a difference between enjoying one and letting a drink habit eat up your grocery budget. For 1 week, count every energy drink, bottled coffee, and coffee shop drink you buy. Not guess, count it. If that number bothers you, your cart is telling the truth. Number 2, specialty diet labeled foods. The health aisle is where regular food learns how to charge extra. You see keto peanut butter, paleo crackers, Whole30 sauces, gluten-free snack bars, clean marinara, and all those packages with calm colors and serious looking labels. They make you feel like you are making the smarter choice before you even read what is inside. But here is what I want you to do. Turn the package around. A jar of keto peanut butter may sound special until you read the ingredients and see peanuts and salt. Then you walk a few shelves over and find a regular natural peanut butter with the same simple ingredients for much less money. That word on the front did not change the food, it changed the price. The same thing happens with sauces, crackers, snacks, and pantry items. A Whole30 style sauce may just be tomatoes, spices, and no added sugar. Well, there may already be a regular marinara on the shelf doing the same thing without charging you for the diet label. Keto, paleo, and Whole30 are eating rules. They are not proof that every package with those words is worth more money. So here is Granny Sue's rule. Read the ingredients first, then look at the label second. If the regular version already fits what you eat, buy that one. Do not pay extra because the package learned a fancy diet word. Number 1, bottled water. Bottled water is the one that fools millions of families every single week. You see Dasani, Aquafina, store brand cases stacked high, and the message is always the same. Clean, pure, safer, better. The bottle looks fresh. The label looks calm. The case makes you feel like you are doing something responsible for your household. But for everyday drinking, a lot of families are paying for plastic, packaging, shipping, and peace of mind more than they are paying for better water. Some bottled water starts as municipal water that gets filtered, bottled, and sold back to you for far more than what comes out of a faucet. And newer research has raised concerns about tiny plastic particles in bottled water, including nanoplastics so small you cannot see them. That does not mean panic. Granny Sue does not do panic, but it does mean you should stop treating bottled water like it is automatically the smarter choice. If a storm is coming, keep water. If your local water is unsafe, handle that first. If you are traveling, bottled water may be necessary, but buying case after case for everyday drinking can quietly drain your grocery budget. Check your local water report. Use a good filter if you need one. Keep a reusable bottle in the fridge or by the door. Because if you are buying bottled water every week out of habit, you may be paying extra for the bottle more than the water. So next time you walk into that grocery store, don't let the package do your thinking for you. Turn it around. Check the unit price. Read the ingredients. Ask yourself, am I paying for better food or am I paying for convenience, packaging, and a name I recognize? Some groceries are worth the money. If they feed your family well, save you from wasting food, or help you stay on budget, keep buying them. But if they only look smart while quietly draining your wallet, leave them right there on the shelf. Tell me in the comments which grocery item you think is the biggest waste of money. And if you want to know which groceries actually deserve a place in your cart every single month, watch the next video. Granny Sue is going to show you what's truly worth buying again and again and again.